Welcome to Scrum Masters Elite _UK. Sign up to explore valuable lessons from sports and life. Personally, I don't just see names, contracts, or transfer rumors. I see an entire sports ecosystem evolving, renewing itself after a phase of success, but also full of challenges. And in that transformation, I perceive many profound lessons, not only for rugby, but also for life and the personal journey of growth we all go through. As New Zealand Rugby continues to search for a successor to Scott Robertson, names like Dave Rennie and Jamie Joseph are emerging as top candidates. But what really makes me think isn't just about who will sit in that hot seat, but how the whole system is preparing for change. The confirmation by President David Kirk that the new head coach will have the right to choose their own assistants shows an open-minded approach, respecting the personality and philosophy of the leader. I believe that in any organization, whether in sports, business, or education, truly empowering the person in charge is vital. If a head coach isn't given full control to build their team, it's like asking an architect to design a house, but not allowing them to choose the construction team.
The alignment in vision and working methods is what defines the depth of success. However, reality is often more complex than official statements. Rumors suggesting that the Federation is eyeing Stephen Larkham to lead the All Blacks attack have stirred up public opinion. I realize that, in elite sports, rumors are both pressure and a test of character. After Brumby's impressive 50-24 victory over the Crusaders in Christchurch, speculation about Larkham possibly moving to Aotearoa grew even louder. But when he openly declared that Canberra is his home, I truly admired that clarity. In a world where big opportunities often come with fame and power, a coach prioritizing personal connections and values made me think a lot. I wondered, if I were in that position, what would I choose? Fame by coaching a traditional team like the All Blacks, or loyalty to the team I've worked hard to build? The answer is not easy. But it is precisely that difficulty that gives depth to the choice. Additionally, the movement of coaches like Jason Holland, who worked under Robertson and may be linked with the Blues or returned to Europe with Munster, shows that staff turnover in modern rugby is global.
These decisions are not just about changing jobs, they are strategic moves, affecting culture, playing style, and the long-term development of clubs. The news that Mike Prendergast might join Bath alongside Johan van Graan, while Lee Blackett joins Steve Borthwick's England team, is a testament to the interconnected nature of the rugby world. I see a major lesson here: no one develops in isolation. Today's success is often the result of cross-border exchanges of experience and learning. On another note, I was particularly impressed by the appointment of Kane Jury as head coach for the New Zealand U20 and school teams. When he emphasized that it would take 5 years to build a quality group of young players at Highlanders, I felt the long-term philosophy. In a world that often favors immediate results, sticking to a 5-year vision is no easy task. I believe that consistency, just as Jury emphasized, is the key to developing young talent. Thoughts, like life, cannot be based only on explosive moments.
It's a journey of accumulation, the repetition of the right habits every day. When he was replaced at Highlanders by Ryan Bambury, I saw a succession plan that was well thought out, not a sudden change with no direction. I have drawn many lessons for myself. First, change is inevitable. Even a successful rugby nation like New Zealand must constantly restructure. What's important is not avoiding change but preparing for it proactively. Second, the power to choose the team is the foundation of effective leadership. I've learned that if I want to be accountable for the results, I must have the authority to decide who will accompany me. Third, loyalty and personal ambition always coexist. Larkham made me realize that every career decision should be considered based on core values, not just fame or external pressures. Fourth, sustainable development takes time. 5 years to build a generation of young players is no small feat.
It reminds me that any meaningful achievement requires persistence and a long-term vision. I think this is also the time for us to learn to view sports more maturely. Don't just judge based on a single win or loss. Behind every result is an entire system in operation, with strategic decisions made over many years. I also realized something important: success is never the product of just one individual. No matter how talented the head coach is, they still need the right team. No matter how excellent the players are, they still need the right development environment. And no matter how passionate the fans are, they still need patience to accompany the process. If one day the new coach of the All Blacks is announced, public opinion might stir once again. But after all, what matters is the consistency in vision and execution. I hope that whoever is chosen will be given real authority, allowed to build the right team, and evaluated within a long enough time frame to prove their capabilities. For myself, I see this as a reminder Invest in the foundation, be patient with the process, and be true to personal values. Sustainable success doesn't come from hasty decisions, but from thoughtful, responsible choices with a clear vision.
Wish you always stay patient and true to your values for a more sustainable success.